name is Ray Lambert. I'd like to call the meeting to order and establish a quorum. With us we have Daniel Tejada, Fred Gonzalez, Sherry Castillo, Billy Herrera, myself again, Ray Lambert, Executive Director, Johnny Rodriguez. We do have a quorum. Where would you lead us in the commission?
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we ask that you watch over us as we carry on the town's business. We thank you for your many blessings and the privilege to serve you in our community. We thank for those who give of their time and talents freely. We ask that we will always be mindful that what we do is for the citizens of Floresville, and that we find it in our hearts to work in unity with those that we serve and those who serve with us. Give us the ability and enlightenment to assure that we do the best we can. By the same token, give us the courage to make the hard decisions in carrying out these responsibilities, and that we make our decisions with care and compassion. We ask this in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen. The pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Fred. At this time, do we have any citizens' comments? Citizens' comments, going once, going twice. So, very well, we'll move on to old business. We need approval of the minutes from November the 14th, 2018 regular board meeting. Has everyone had an opportunity to glance at those?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that we accept as presented.
I have a motion by Mr. Tejada.
I second.
Second by Mr. Tejada. All those in favor? Aye. Against?
Abstain.
We understand from Fred Gonzalez.
Mr. Chairman, just real quick, in reference to that item, the Sun Junkies, that application's complete. It's ready to go for my approval and sign off on it. So we're ready to go.
Very well, thank you. Motion passed. For the record, we've been joined by Member Ben Reed. Welcome. Item number 6, the Treasurer's Report and Review, November 2018 Financial Report. Any better this than
I know.
Just so you know, we've already gone through the,
Yes.
the regular minutes.
So, I was looking at the report, and it's new in the year. I didn't compare it to last year, but, I think we are up a couple grand from this time last year as far as on our sales tax collection. So it shows we have a 9% increase for the year. It's the beginning of the year, October, so we don't have anything on the books as far as new projects. I know we just finished up with the downtown Christmas, which we'll talk about later. Pretty much that's it, you know, as far as projects and stuff like that. Nothing actually saying we had a few expenditures for the you went to the thing that Wednesday on the 5th.
Correct. Very minimal.
Yeah,
minimal.
very minimal, that's about it. And the rest are just pretty standard as far as, you know, the Verizon bill and design and some, we made our payment to the city of Floresville. So, that's it, I don't think you guys have any questions.
Any questions on the treasurer's report?
I reviewed the figures and everything seems to be in place to me, on the accounts receivables and accounts payable. I had a conference with Ms. Moreno regarding the financial, and she brought me up to speed on some of these line expenditures and budgeted expenses that we have. And then I also met with our assistant, Christina Cantu, as well.
We just gotta put in there, we gotta get with her and fill in the projects, you know, I know we gave 10,000 for the fireworks show, and then our accounts for the downtown event center, what we approved on, so we have those hard figures in there and kinda go from there. So, we just need to get with the estimated balances and what we've already approved and have those put in there.
Is that something you would like me to do for you, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that, like the 88, we have the 50,000, the signage and facade grant is 30,000 a year to put in there, the Freedom Steps, I think we gave 10,000 last year. And then I forget which parking lot, one was like 250,000 for materials, and one was like 275 up to.
Okay.
That way there's a visual, and that as, say we do a project, and those numbers decrease, we can see where we're at on those balances,
Okay.
make sure we're staying under budget.
I do have some documentation pertaining to that, but it's not as explicit as you want it or detailed.
Yeah, it's just to put in
It's
these
just an
numbers.
overall, Ms. Turner didn't.
And I can get with my old minutes,
Okay.
bring them to you and up to date, that way you have copies of what we approved.
Yes, sir.
I can pull them and bring them into you, that way you just have a,
All right, sounds good.
okay?
Fred, you have a question, I can tell.
You can tell.
Yes, sir.
I'm just wondering, Ray, it may not be the appropriate time to ask, but you know, last year we pledged $250,000 for the parking lot over at the event center. Where is that? I mean, we had them pledged already for them, they have never come back to us, or is it just in limbo now?
I've not heard anything on it since the meeting where we
We
approved those.
voted on it to
We
do
did.
it.
And that's pretty much what those projects, why I wanna get those numbers in there, because then if we see this number of, 2.2, when there's a $500,000 pledge, the numbers aren't really
Quarter of a
2.2.
million over there.
Yeah.
Would you like me to get that information for you as well?
Yeah, that would be
Got it?
nice, Johnny.
Okay.
And again, it's there, and so far, we voted on it, I don't know if it expires or anything like that. They have not nibbled at it. I kind of think that it wasn't enough for their liking, but anyway, it's there.
Yeah, it was just for materials only, and they were gonna provide the labor.
Would you like it individually or for the entire board?
For the whole board.
For the entire board.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Johnny.
Has it been on the council's agenda at all?
They tabled it.
They tabled
Because
it.
they wanted us to pay for the labor as well.
And they wanted more
Oh,
than,
yeah.
You
we
know,
offered, what, 250, they asked. for-
Well, up to 275.
No, we said
Not to exceed.
Not to exceed.
Yeah, up to 250, not to
And this
exceed that.
included whatever they wanted to do with it.
Mhm.
It didn't necessarily mean just labor.
Yeah.
I thought Ms. Turner brought that up the other day, didn't she touch on that the other day?
But we gave it over
She
to
built
them.
it downtown, she didn't touch on
Yes.
the.
She was talking about a grant,
Uh,
yeah, a grant that the city did receive for
Did
the
receive.
parking lot.
Yeah, that's for the parking lot and then for the sidewalks.
Okay,
No,
I'll get that
parking lot for
information to you.
For the event center.
Okay.
And I'll have it emailed
For
to you.
USDA.
Yeah,
As an-
With that being said, there's 3 parking locations hanging, we have the 2 downtowns and one at the event center.
yeah.
So we have 3 separate parking lots that have been approved as.
And what it started like was we were going to do just the material, remember? And
Exactly.
then they said they weren't gonna put anything in there and we were gonna do it all. And so in response to that, we voted 250, and apparently that's not enough, but even then, that's something, and we should get some kind of feedback, or leave it in limbo or expired or what.
Or yeah, so we put a date on it, so if you don't do it by then, so we can.
Well, you're leaving your money basically committed that you can do anything else with it because it comes out of this budget, so you're talking about,
Can
you're close to $700,000 with all 3 projects.
And can you
Correct.
carry from one year to the other? I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Any more questions?
No, thank you.
We'll probably take another vote because we were talking about last year's budget when we talked about it.
Yeah.
It was the last fiscal year, so we probably would.
It's in this year's budget. Oh, last year's fiscal?
Did we take the vote last year, in last year's
Yeah,
fiscal year?
I think
Yeah, so we have to do a whole new thing.
Would you like to see that on your next January FEDC
Yeah,
meeting?
with some
Okay.
feedback from the city manager.
All right, so,
And again, we're amenable to, I think, you know, and I'm speaking as an individual, to considering whatever it is that might have in mind, and if it's appropriate, we can look at it. But for us to be ignored like that, I don't think it's really a way to deal with it.
okay, who's gonna sponsor that particular item on the agenda? Mr. Tejada or Mr. Gonzalez?
I can do it.
Okay, that way I'll communicate with you exactly the language we wanna use to place on the agenda for you, okay?
And just an update on it,
Okay,
and if we need to present it to them, by all means, so.
okay, I'll reach out to you.
And the clarity, if it needs to be voted on again, which I would think it would be, being that it was, started out of stagnant.
And
All
and
right.
again, you might recall, you know, to me, we were there in good faith, and I was even saying, you know, if we can't do it all, we might be able to move a little bit. And would they consider putting some of that money they want for the sign in this particular area, which in my opinion is a little more important, but they never came back.
Yeah. Very good point.
Thank you.
Perhaps they're waiting for the right time of the year?
Ho, ho,
To do it?
ho.
When things are cheap, right?
Well, remember they were waiting because they didn't
Well,
wanna
no,
do,
for
they didn't
the
wanna go to
summertime,
that peanut festival, they didn't wanna.
They normally do parking lots in the winter, that could be part of the deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm suggesting that.
Good,
that we
yes.
do. Right.
Hey, Fred.
Okay.
Good try.
Certainly, yeah.
Well, let's assume that.
Exactly. Very well. Item number 7, committee reports. First report, budget finance audit.
I just put that in there just in case there was any committee reports that I wasn't aware of. So I put that in there in the event you guys had anything. If you didn't, then we can move forward.
Very well. Moving forward to new business.
Well, I did
Go
wanna, I guess, I do wanna, how you talked about, mentioned about the vehicle. We talked about the previous one, we talked about a lease, so maybe if you could put it on there, you know, since that vehicle isn't good enough to drive or some things like that. Questions in there that has, you know, we talked about doing the lease before, but you had mentioned maybe wanting to buy one outright, so we can put that on a future agenda and kind of get that going.
Okay. I think.
Because that was part of the
I think
budget
it's not-
committee.
Okay, but I think it's not a public, I mean, rather posted
Yeah.
item specific.
Yeah.
So we don't wanna discuss it or go into it
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah.
it violate the Open Meetings Act.
Okay.
Okay, we have to be specific to the language of what we're gonna
Yeah.
be talking about. But note taken, and
Yeah, that way if we can,
I'll further the discussion by calling you, maybe we can
Okay.
expand on that.
get that.
Sounds good?
Do we need to take an action item on that?
No,
Well-
because it's not posted.
Yeah, no, I'm saying,
In the
in the
future.
We
future.
should just have it so
If
we can
you
get it.
put the language forward, yes. If you have the language in your
Yeah.
next agenda item for discussion and action
Yeah.
item, then you can move on it based on your
Because he was given a
language.
directive to gather this
Correct.
information.
Yeah.
So you want to stay specific
Okay.
to, otherwise it would go outside the boundaries of the
No, I
Open
know.
Meetings
Yeah.
Act.
No, I know.
We'll have a problem.
Johnny, just a suggestion though, I think we've done it before, at the very end of each of our meetings. We
Okay.
always have
Put-
an item there that says, for example, director's forum.
Okay.
Reconsider anything that we might have a problem with or something we want to put on
Okay.
the agenda. And that way that'd be a catch-all so that we can,
Good.
not to do it that night, but to put it.
Good, I've got it on number 12, the executive report. So I think at that point, if you want to bring some kind of language up or discussion, we can at that point.
But
Yeah, I
always
just
at
thought it was-
the tail end of the meeting.
Okay,
That was
I
just came out of the
what-
budget committee last year, that was one of the big concerns.
okay,
So,
sounds good. What I did is I followed the format of your
Yeah.
previous thing. We can tweak it as we move along.
And if you look at some of the older items, you know,
Okay.
agenda items, there is one that had kind of faded away for some reason.
yeah.
For the wording anyway, but, you know, it's something simple, just give us a chance to think about it and plan and
All right,
put it
sir.
on the agenda for the following meetings or meetings.
Everybody clear? Good. Under new business, item number 8, discussion and possible action item. The board to consider sale of industrial park acreage for opening and recycling plant with a third party. Specific offers may be presented and negotiated and possible extension of option contract. Number 8, the board may convene in executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.072, deliberations about real property to deliberate the sale, purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property in Texas Government Code 551.071, consultation with attorney.
Okay?
And then we go to the executive session.
Yeah, but before, if it's okay, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, just for the purposes of the public, if we could just give them a general idea. And so what has happened in this particular transaction is that there is a couple of obstacles that have come forth in the language of what we're trying to achieve here. And so what we're gonna do is go into executive session to discuss those items.
Very well.
Okay? So for now, if everybody could just step outside for a minute, we're gonna close the doors. Go into executive